In life, it is natural to want to be liked and accepted. From a young age, we are taught to value the opinions of others, parents, teachers, peers, and it feels good to be praised and acknowledged. However, as we grow older and experience life in all its complexity, we begin to understand that there is one undeniable truth that you can't please everyone. The idea of pleasing everyone is a fantasy, an illusion we sometimes chase without realizing that it is impossible to achieve. People have different opinions, values, beliefs, and preferences. What makes one person happy might irritate or upset others. Let's say, for instance, you are hosting a gathering or preparing a meal for your friends or family. You put in a lot of effort, carefully selecting the menu, decorating the space, and ensuring everything is perfect. Yet, despite all your effort, there is always someone who will find something to complain about. Maybe the food is too spicy for one person or the music is too loud for another. No matter how hard you try, there is always something that doesn't please everyone, and that is just the way it is. Why does this happen? The answer lies in human diversity. We are all unique with our own life experiences, preferences, and beliefs. These differences shape how we see the world, how we interpret situations, and what we value. What one person finds fulfilling, another might find unnecessary. This diversity is what makes life interesting. It adds color and richness to our interactions, but it is also the reason why you can't please everyone. When you try too hard to meet everyone's expectations, you put yourself in a constant state of stress. It might seem harmless at first, making small adjustments to your behavior or actions in order to keep others happy. However, over time, this can become exhausting. You might say yes to things you don't want to do just to avoid confrontation or to please someone else. You might sacrifice your own happiness to make others feel comfortable. But in doing so, you are neglecting your own needs, desires, and well being. Eventually, this takes a toll on your mental and emotional health. More than that, constantly trying to please others can cause you to lose your sense of self. You may start to question your decisions or doubt your choices because you are always trying to gauge how others will react. You become a chameleon, changing your personality, values, and actions to fit into different situations. But in doing so, you may forget who you truly are and what you really want out of life. You might end up living for others rather than for yourself. It is important to remember that not everyone will like you, agree with you, or approve of what you do, and that is perfectly fine. Think about some of the most successful, influential, and admired people in history. Many of them faced criticism, rejection, and opposition like throughout their careers. Leaders, innovators, artists, and thinkers who challenged the status quo were often criticized for their boldness and ideas. But despite the negativity, they stayed true to themselves and their goals. They didn't let the fear of judgment hold them back. They focused on their vision and kept moving forward, regardless of who disagreed with them. The key takeaway here is that trying to please everyone is not only impossible but unnecessary. So, how do we cope with this reality? The first step is to accept it. Acknowledge that you are not responsible for making everyone happy and it is okay to disappoint others sometimes. Focus on what matters most to you, your goals, your values, and the people who truly care about you. It is essential to recognize that some people will always find fault with you, no matter how hard you try to make them happy, but that is their problem, not yours. The next step is learning to set boundaries. Saying no is a powerful tool in preserving your well being. It is not about being rude or dismissive, it is about respecting your time, energy, and priorities. You don't have to say yes to everything or everyone. It is okay to politely decline invitations or requests that don't align with your needs or values. When you stop overextending yourself, you can focus on what truly matters and take better care of your physical and mental health. It is also helpful to surround yourself with people who respect and supports you for who you are. True friends, mentors and loved ones don't expect you to be perfect or meet every expectation. They accept you with all your flaws and celebrate your individuality. These are the people who help you grow, offer constructive feedback, and uplift you during difficult times. When you have a solid support system, you are less likely to feel the pressure to please everyone around you. Ultimately, the pursuit of pleasing everyone is not the path to happiness. True fulfillment comes from living authentically. It comes from doing what you love, chasing your passions, and staying true to your core values. When you focus on being the best version of yourself and stop worrying about external validation, you will find peace. You will also attract people who appreciate you for who you really are and not for the person you try to project. In conclusion, the idea of pleasing everyone is an unrealistic goal that often leads to frustration, self doubt, and stress. It is okay to acknowledge that some people won't like you or agree with you, and that's a part of life. The key is to stay true to yourself, prioritize your happiness, and build meaningful relationships with those who support you. When you let go of the need for universal approval and embrace your individuality, you will find that life becomes much more fulfilling. Be kind, be respectful, but most importantly, be yourself. The people who truly matter will appreciate you for who you are, and that is what truly counts. Thank you so much for listening.